Have you ever been watching a movie and it's taking you to different places, people, emotions, laughter, entertainment? Well, I know that I have, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to do my Be the Change project on making movies. It has not only allowed us to be the viewers, but also the creators as well. One important part I learned about filmmaking was to find a good story, whether it be drama, action, or comedy, and tell it in a creative and compelling way. One of my favorite producers says that having a really good understanding of history, literature, psychology, sciences is very important to actually being able to make movies.
The first part of our Be the Change project was to learn about the process of filmmaking, and a famous quote on the process is to fall in love with the process and the results will come. One man who fell in love with the process said, "The process of making a movie is what I love. I thrive on that. It's an exciting miracle, a mad adventure, and I love being part of it." That man was Orlando Bloom, who went on to star in Lord of the Rings and Pirates of the Caribbean. The next part of making a movie is script and screenwriting. A lot of people say that this is one of the harder parts because they're always getting feedback from actors, directors, producers, and what to do, and they're constantly changing it. And for us, this is one of the parts that proved true, but through many errors, we have gotten better at it and changed for the better. The next part is three big things. First is casting, which actors will play what parts. The next is location, where your movie will be filmed. And the last is blocking. Blocking is when you take different angles and lighting and you find the best picture to capture what you're filming. The last part is film editing. Film editing is one of the harder parts. People consider film editing an art or a technique of assembling many hours and shots into one long and correct sequence to make the film. Film editing can make or break the movie. It can turn a movie from a great movie into the next Sharknado.
In conclusion, for our Be the Change project, we tried to show people our passion, which was to create, edit, and direct films all within about 3 or 4 months. Now, what we didn't realize was that the actual timing of the deadline and the timing of making the movie conflicted with the part of the Be the Change project. And what I mean by that is the actual due date in order to submit it into the Corner Canyon Film Festival was about a month and a half before the actual due date of the TED Talk. And that had a little bit of problems because we didn't have enough time to shoot and edit our film. Now, we prepared pretty well, which was in the first month, recap of the process, that we did all of our blocking and all of our ideas and all of our, shot locations for the project we wanted to do. And then the second month was basically just picking out places we wanted to see, doing maybe a little bit more of the screenwriting here or there. And then the third one was actually filming and shooting it. And this took the longest amount of time. This took over the course of 4 or 5 days of actually shooting it with me, Noah, and Jared. Our next step was basically final editing and revision. Now, we did this in order to film it, put it into the Corner Canyon Film Festival itself. Now, because of this was a long, arduous process of about 3 or 4 days consisting of throwing together music, sound effects, and all sorts of other things in order to make it look like a good film. Now, we got the finished result, we submitted it into the Corner Canyon Film Festival, which was our last step, and we got an honorable mention in which we received in May, which was good to know that all of our hard work paid off. Now, we got so caught up in doing all the energy and time and effort that we put into this thing that we forgot the actual beauty of this thing that itself, which was filmmaking. And that's basically to just have fun with your friends. Now, this doesn't have to apply to just filmmaking or to just our project. This can be applied to any aspect in your life. Don't procrastinate. Don't do what we did. And do what you need in order to be successful in your profession. A quote by Mark Antony is, do what you love, and you'll never. A famous quote by Mark Antony is, do what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. This basically means choose a profession that you want to do. Choose something that you love, what your passion is, and it'll hardly seem like work at all to you. Thank you.